You know that butterflies taste with their feet? Butterflies taste with their feet.
What?
Well, it's kind of a way of expressing it. Actually, they sense with their feet. Their feet are sensitive and tell them things. But you can sense things with your feet too, right? What can you sense with your feet?
Stuff.
Exactly. Guess what we're talking about?
Tom Doo.
We're talking about Tom Doo.
Talking about light.
Light. Oh, hey, that's a cute little science topic. I kind of like that. Light. It's good. Well, we're talking about something a little bit similar. We're talking about energy. Learning stuff.
Rizky.
What is energy?
Energy is like a type of matter that
It's not matter.
Like a type of thing that's
It's not a thing.
In a broad definition of the term,
energy charges our stuff, moves cars, kind of like fuel, like any type of energy, like coal,
Yeah.
radiation, or something like that.
Well, yeah, and energy is like something that has a kind of a power that affects change in objects, right? And energy is important to us. How do we use energy?
Well, we use energy for multiple stuff: travel, entertainment, pictures, and all that.
Something even more basic. Our bodies need energy.
Mhm.
Without energy, our bodies are like what? Right. So how does what does our body use for energy?
For moving,
No, what does it use?
it uses like energy from food.
Food. Food goes into you, and what happens?
Well, the body gets like all the sugar and stuff that boosts actually the body, or something like that.
The sugar
Like-
boosts the body.
Or like so like the food gives off like some nutrients that will get you starting up again.
Yeah, I mean the body has enzymes that break down food and convert it into energy. What kind of energy do you think we'll use in the future? Future energy. What do you think that might be?
Like, why don't we just use, like, lightning? Like, maybe, like, every time a thunderstorm. Like, different types, like, what about, like, cold? You can, maybe you can, like, use that or something? Like, wait. You wait for winter, and then after winter, there will be lots of water, you know? And so then we, like, what's that thing that's, water energy?
Well, hydroelectric power, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, you can't wait for lightning storms, and you can't
Yeah, you
wait
can't.
for...
But the most thing I declare is like windmills, solar panels that literally have anything you need.
Yeah, these are all forms of energy that we use now. They're called clean energy. What do you think might be bad about like windmills or something?
Well, they're pretty hard to make and they could break easily from like something.
Well,
They have to be made with lots of resources.
well, yeah. It takes resources, and you need to use some kind of energy to make those things. And the problem is, I mean, you want the thing to run for a very long time.
Mhm.
And then you have to be able to take the energy from that and use it directly. And sometimes you also have the problem of having to store the energy. You can store the energy. What's that?
Well, like it's kind of like a battery.
A battery,
Yeah.
right? A battery is stored energy because you're not going to use all of that energy at one time. So we need to have a way to store energy, which is very important. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now what you're talking about there is clean energy. What is dirty energy?
Well, it's kind of like coal or something.
Coal or something is dirty energy. And what's so dirty about it?
Well, because it pollutes the air and oxygen.
Right. So I mean, when we use energy,
When we use energy, there is two things. Nothing would happen, or something bad would happen.
or something could happen, and then something bad could happen too.
Mhm.
Right. Well, I mean, we take fuel, and the fuel is converted in some way to energy that can perhaps like move machines or change from one form to another. It's a form that we can use. And a byproduct, what's a byproduct? Byproduct? Byproduct is something that, comes out of the process, right? It's not, we don't intend to make this pollution, but it just gets made in the process of converting the energy into a usable form, right? So the byproduct of burning coal, coal produces power, which we convert into something we can use, but it also creates pollution, which makes it dirty energy. What's another kind of dirty energy? How about nuclear energy?
Yeah, nuclear energy.
So dirty about that?
Nuclear power plants.
Yeah, what do they do? What do they do that's
They
dirty?
they do make lots of energy, but there is a bad thing about it: radiation. Well, what happened if the power plants suddenly lost all control or something?
Well, it creates, there's radioactive matter,
Yeah.
which is left over from the
Yeah.
process of creating nuclear power, right?
Yes.
And then you got to do something with it.
Yeah.
So what do you do with it?
You can't. You just like throw it away, do something.
You throw it in the garbage can.
Yeah. But that would be kind of bad because you don't know if this thing is poisonous.
Yeah, well, you got to throw it in a garbage can that's like really tight so it don't get out. So that's the problem, because if it does get out, I mean, you can bury it very far underground, but that's difficult, and you can shoot into space, but that's difficult. But anyway, you got to do something with it because it's nasty.
Yeah, we've heard people have already done it with trash.
What?
They've done it with trash,
Done what with trash?
buried underground.
Oh yeah, well that's generally what we do with trash, but we're not talking about trash today. So, the universe began with what's called the Big Bang Theory. Any idea what that is?
When the universe was born,
Yeah. So, what do you think that like first energy was?
the first energy was like when like a type of energy source just burst.
Yeah, well, just burst is about all we really know about it. We
Yeah.
don't know what energy was required or what it was when everything was a singularity.
It's kind of like a bomb, except just it's kind of like a giant atom or like something.
I think we can conceive of it in that way. That's a good way to look at it.
Like there's a bunch of normal things, but then one of them just decide to collide or disconnect, which will alert all the others and then we'll start to nuke.
Yeah,
Or,
although
start the bomb.
yeah, theoretically, in the beginning there was nothing except everything was in a singularity, and then something dispersed it all, which is an important part of what energy is. Energy is something which disperses, and that's the second law of thermodynamics: is that you have entropy. That energy is always dispersing. Okay? It leaves from a single point and it goes outward. Energy disperses. So the critical point of dealing with energy is to contain it, so that we can use it.
But there is a theory. There's a theory about the universe that it might re-suck all the matter back into just one small form.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. We're not really going to talk about the universe today, but that's a good point to make.